Hi everyone, and welcome to more Wet Rock and Chocolate Milk. This little piece of paradise is Scapa Flow, and below me is the SMS Markgraf. The Markgraf is a German First World War König-class dreadnought battleship. She was the third ship in her class and scuttled in Scapa Flow with the German High Seas Fleet on the 21st of June 1919. She is 146 meters long and has a beam of 28 meters. Today, she lies upside down in 45 meters of water with the highest parts in roughly 25 meters. The Markgraf's claim to diving fame is that she has one of only 3 remaining intact dreadnought bows, and the only one that is easily diveable. She is also the most intact of the 3 battleships in Scapa Flow, likely because the salvagers learned their lesson on the other ships and managed to get the parts they wanted with less collateral on the Markgraf. This is our second dive on the Markgraf this week, and unlike the previous dive, this time we really do intend to go to the bow first, scoot along on the starboard side for the gun run, and then head on to the stern. One quick orientation later, we are off to the bow. We quickly come across the hole leading into the torpedo room. This is not only a nice confirmation that we're on track, but also a nice place to check out. Back out, I definitely did not get disoriented and swam the wrong way for a moment before turning around and seeing the hull narrowing to the tip of the bow. With the veil of bubbles from other divers below us, we descend down that massive dreadnought bow. Not expecting another diver hovering halfway down, and not seeing his light as it happened to be right underneath my own light beam and pointing down, I land on another diver. Whoops. I of course profusely apologized back on the boat. As you can see, this bow is quite popular, and all those lights give some nice effects. Now it's time to move on to the casemate guns for the gun run. Along the way we can see some armor plating that hasn't been salvaged. Crossing over a piece of broken up hull, we spot the first of the gun barrels. From here we follow the casemates from gun to gun towards the stern. Oh hey, what's that? Somebody lost a zoop there. And it's still running, although it shows some ludicrous amount of deco. This computer was probably lost only a few days ago. Funny thing is, when I got back out of that hole, my buddy was wondering what I was doing in there, but he couldn't see anything interesting. Then he wondered why I was showing my computer to him, and by the way, since when do I have a Zoop? Anyway, back on the boat, and after giving the computer a serious case of the bends with blowing through that day long deco it wanted to do, we called up the other dive boats in the area to see if anyone lost a computer these past few days. Turns out, it was another diver from our boat on the dive 2 days ago, who didn't mention it as he figured it's lost for good anyway. Eventually, we reached the stern area. Here we first come across one of her rudders. And then I find the other one. These 3-meter tall rudders are quite impressive, and I'm trying to check whether the visibility allows for both of them to be in the same shot. But no dice. I notice my buddy trying to make me look under that broken plating holding the starboard rudder. Ah, looks like a lobster has made itself at home there. Moving back towards the stern, I am now right between the two rudders. This is where my buddy gets my attention for some impromptu tech talk. And there it is, that perky derriere. Unfortunately, we are just about out of time for this dive, so we move up the hull over seas of starfish as we prepare for the long ascent and say our goodbyes to the Markgraf.